We got this story about Snoop Dogg from Fox News. Let's check it out. Snoop Dogg criticizes LGBTQ characters in children's movies and laments kids going to ask questions. Snoop Dogg said he didn't have answers when his grandson questioned a same-sex couple having a baby. What's he talking about here? So what's he talking about is Snoop Dogg recently went to go see a new movie with his grandson, the Lightyear movie, the new Buzz Lightyear movie. Oh, why is it not loading here? He went to go see the new Buzz Lightyear movie, and there's a scene in there with two mothers, and supposedly they have a daughter together. So obviously the grandson is asking him questions, and he's like, man, I just came here to watch a movie. So let's see the clip, because it's less than a minute.
So we watching it, and the lady, which is Kiki's mama, they move on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like, man, she had a baby with a woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh, shit. I didn't come in for this. I just came to watch the damn movie. Hey, man, watch the movie. They just said she had a baby. They both women's. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
Hey, but so this is exactly what everyone's been saying, though, with putting all this crap in media that's meant for children. It's not that there's necessary. I don't necessarily care if we have people together. You be with who you want to be with, right? But why are we putting it in kids' movies? We don't need children seeing that stuff. If children decide to do that when they're old enough, sure. If they want to go see that stuff, sure. But it's not something we should be forcing upon children. Especially when you're trying to teach them about the world and how things work. A lot of the things that you teach children should be purely academic. So if you are going to tell them things like, yeah, babies come from women make the babies, that's perfectly fine. But then you start getting more questions where it's like, oh, I thought it took a man and a woman to make a baby. Now there's two women. And then you have to explain the dynamics of that to like, how are you supposed to explain that to a kid? The kid's going to have a bunch of questions. You're putting that onto parents. And it looks like Snoop fell into that. He didn't fall into it with his own kid. He fell into it with his own grandson. But that is why they do it. That's what Wiggum's saying in the chat. That's why they do it. They're trying to get them younger and younger. Yeah, they're trying to get people exposed. They're trying to get kids exposed to this at a younger and younger age. Because before it was like, oh, there's a mom and a dad. That's normal. That is normal. I'm not afraid to say that that's normal. Mom and dads are normal. Mom and a mom are not normal. Dad and a dad is not normal. Now to say that you shouldn't do that, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's not normal. That's not what nature intended. So we should be teaching children, this is what nature intended, this is where babies come from, and keep all of this extra kink crap out of it that's irrelevant. Like, if it's not academic and it doesn't have anything to do with the reality of the world, we don't need to teach it to kids. Because, like, what does a kid have to gain from learning about the relationship dynamics of a man and a man and the relationship dynamics of a woman and a woman? A child would always have more to gain from the relationship dynamics of a man and a woman together because the sexes are widely different and they should know the differences. So I don't understand what children have to gain from learning about this, but I suppose they don't, right? Like Wiggum mentioned in the chat, the goal isn't to teach kids about anything that they could actually use. It's just to expose them to this stuff for other people's sick fantasies. But so it goes on to say here, so the rapper Snoop Dogg criticized the LGBTQ plus representation in children's films during a podcast last week, specifically citing the 2022 movie Lightyear as an example. Snoop Dogg explained during an appearance on Sarah Fontenot's It's Giving podcast that he took his grandson to see Lightyear, which features a same-sex couple. Snoop recalled his grandson quizzing him during the movie about how the couple had a child together. Why? Okay, well, we already saw the clip. The film was criticized by some conservatives over a same-sex kiss, which was initially removed from the movie but later restored. It threw me for a loop. I'm like, what part of the movie was this? These are kids that we have to show that at this age, and it's like, they're going to ask questions. They're going to ask. I don't have an answer, and I don't want to go. I was just there to go to sleep and watch the movie. That ish woke me up. The remarks angered progressives on social media as Snoop is set to perform at the Australian Football League AFL Grand Finale or Grand Final. Pink News reported that the AFL's chief executive defended the rapper's scheduled appearance before his latest remarks. Good. Yeah, if they cancel him over these statements, then, I mean, that's just sad. The 2022 film was a spin-off of Pixar's popular Toy Story film series, which revolved around the friendship between... Okay, yeah, we know what Toy Story is. Chris Evans, who voiced Buzz Lightyear in the movie, hit back at critics of the film at the time. He said the real truth is those people are idiots. Evans said during a June 2022 interview with Reuters Television, there's always going to be people who are afraid and unaware and are trying to hold on to what was before, but those people die off like dinosaurs. I think the goal is to pay them no mind, march forward, and embrace the growth that makes us human. Man, Chris Evans said that? What a faggot. That's what I think. Anyway, yeah, no, keep this crap out of Chris Evans makes me sad. I wish he was a man and not a woke baby boy. Yeah, that was kind of my immediate thought was, wait, Chris Evans said that? I mean, why does there need to be a same-sex, why does there need to be straight couples in children's films? Like, the only thing there should be is like moms and dads. Like that's it. There should just be moms and dads in kids' films, and you don't even need to elaborate upon the relationship beyond that. Like, oh yeah, they're married. Anyway, moving on. Like that's what it should be. Why do we even have relationship crap in children's media? It's just I don't even get that. Let alone having like same-sex relationships. Agreed. Yes.